This is about, well, mermaids. And it might not be everybody's cup of tea because this is possibly romance, depending on what choices you pick. I'm only going to do one playthrough because I want you guys to figure out what the rest of the endings are. There are 6 total, 3 good, 3 bad. Which one I'll get, I don't know. But first let me show this off. I believe as you unlock endings, each one will unlock here. That's my belief anyway. There's no opening music, but it's just optional. But look at this. Read it. Read it. Little bubbles. So cute. Text speed all the way up. Music down. Sound down. And this time I'm going to do full screen. Because now, let's start. When I chose underwater archaeology as my profession, I was excited to see everything that had been learned. Oh, that floaty hair. I love that floaty hair. And yeah, look at that. It looks so pretty. Alright. The thought of discovering a new set of ruins in the waters of my hometown was something I never even dreamed possible. Uh-oh. Hold on a moment, please. Okay, preferences. I gotta go. Sorry, I'm going to have to keep this in window mode, just in case Harliqueen doesn't have anyone tell her that that's missing. So I'm going to keep a notepad open. Okay, return. Image. Quinn confused. Not found. I'm gonna keep notes of these to make it so she could, because bugs were allowed to fix. It was a little odd how they just seemed to appear out of the depths one day. But that's not anything too unusual when dealing with the unknowns of the sea. With the tops of the ruins in view, I kicked my legs faster, fearing that my breather will fall off and burning to away with the anticipation. Look at it. Look at it. Since discovering the mysterious ruins, I've been given sole control over investigating them before excavations began, and I plan to make use of every second I had alone. The large pillars jutted from the sandy bed like headstones of the forgotten culture that had carved them, and seaweed and coral had begun to cling to the sides, as though nature were attempting to hide it from intruders. Running my hand over one of the crumbling pillars, the surface was so coarse it grated against my skin. What memories could these stones hold? So caught up in the mystery of the pillars, I almost crashed right into a larger one to my left. What is that? What I originally taken as another pillar was obviously something much more. Wiping back a large strand of seaweed like a length of hair, the face of the statue is revealed beneath the grime. Clean it, Unable to resist the intriguing carving beneath the algae and kelp, I tugged the tools from the belt on my waist and got to work. A while later, the full beauty of the statue was revealed. It was an intricate carving of a mermaid, her tail and hair curved like the waves of the sea that rippled above. Incredible! A furrow on my brow, my gaze falling on what she grasped between stone fingers. Some kind of strange artifact. My curiosity beyond piqued, I can't help but prise the object carefully from the grip. Prise should be pry or pride, because that just it's just. I'm sorry. Okay. Carefully from the grip of the stone owner. Ignoring what feels like the accusing glare of the statue, I peer at the object in closer detail through the slight fog of my goggles. Ooh, those hands. Look at those hands. Oh, these are really nice hands. Yeah, that's it. It's obviously a shell of some kind, though the top has been carved with pictographs. The top line is what appears to be the ocean and I guess fishtails. Below that is another line but straighter, with possibly feet. Probably ocean, mermaids, beach, humans. I shake my head, unable to get any meaning from the carving. I need my books and the internet in order to figure out which culture these were from. Yeah, people are adding more to the internet these days, and those books are slowly, sadly, becoming updated. Unless they're from a completely undiscovered culture. The idea has my hands shaking with excitement. As they do, the shell trembles in my fingers, the side of it sharper than expected and slicing across my thumb. Ouch. Possibly down here, I guess. But, no, don't question it. It's just an error. A strange vibration seizes my hand as the small wound seeps blood into the clear waters around my fingers. Yeah, that's how it should be. The strange feeling dissipates as quickly as the blood. That'll teach me for being so careless with precious archaeology. Archaeology? Artifacts? I just go with it. I don't know this stuff. With a sigh, I glance at the shell once more, undecided what to do with such an unusual find. No, put it back. Put it back. Though the find is unlikely any I have seen before, I notice best leave it where it belongs. Archaeology doesn't always have to be about taking what we find. It was a saying my professor used to repeat before lectures each day at university. With artifact returned to its rightful place, I give a small satisfied smile and am about to turn back to work on the rest of the humans when a voice echoes from behind a nearby pillar. Thank you for putting it back. Who? It's a mermaid. A mermaid. Because seriously, how would people speak underwater? Is that a tail? This can't be real. In my panic, I whip backwards, crashing into a stone pillar behind me. I hiss with pain from the impact, the breath sucks from my lungs, and I struggle to regulate it through my breather. As I regain myself and flick my gaze back up, my throat tightening to look upon the man in front of me, or more accurately, merman. We stare uncertainly at each other for a while longer, and I can't help but wonder if I'd been in the water for too long. Maybe the filtration on my breather is cracked and I'm hallucinating due to lack of oxygen. My thoughts are soon interrupted by ominous rumbling from behind me. And from the look on the merman's face, I'm guessing it can't be good. What voice should I give you? I don't want to. I'm not good with good voices. Fetch it. Look out! Rocks begin plummeting down from the pillar I crash into, and the merman rushes towards me, his arm around my waist as he yanks me out of the path of the boulder. Oh no. Though the merman had just saved me from being crushed beneath the falling rocks, he isn't so lucky. The large fins at the end of his tail are trapped beneath the rock, and he struggles to move it as the pillar begins to wobble precariously beside him. Help him, though he just saved you! Even though the rocks continue to thunder down around us, I grit my teeth and barrel forwards. Forwards? Forwards? The merman doesn't hide his surprise. Wait. Okay, yeah, I was right. The merman doesn't hide his surprise to see me trying to help. But he soon turns his determined focus to the rock we were both trying to shift. After a few moments, the boulder wiggles free through the sand and the merman's tail is freed. Swimming a few feet away, he spins around, obviously pleased to be safe on the floor. I'm about to join him when something solid swipes the back of my head. Hey! Oh wait. That's not I barely hear the merman's calls, my vision flashing white before a shadow begins to take hold. Consciousness quickly surrenders to darkness. Oh, and another. She probably already, or he probably already knows about this. Maybe image when none not out. What? What happened? Waking slowly, a headache pounding at the back of my skull, I'm grateful for the soothing light of the moon rippling on the sea like flaking silver. Cool sand pushes through my fingers as I heave myself into a sitting position. Scanning the empty beach, I find myself sat beside my gear and my clothes that I left by the rock that morning, completely unsure how I got there or where I'd been. I'm sure why Simon left them. There's the faintest image of a statue, some kind of object. Ow. Trying to remember only makes the pounding of my headache throb harder. Shaking away the pain in my head and body, I manage to tug my clothes over my wetsuit, caring little about the damp and more about getting home and taking some painkillers. Just and mostly balanced, I gather up my equipment, sparing one last glance at the fog of waves slapping against the shoreline. How do I get back on the beach? That you. Yeah. No same face syndrome here. Nope. And there's another. Image. Neutral. See not out. With the girl in my head home, keen to get some sleep, I can worry about the rest tomorrow. That night, the dreams are lucid and frantic. Wait. Let's see. I'm trying to check out the perspective. Uh-huh. Even the light. Oh. Uh-huh. I'm not sure this quite looks right because my mom lights candles all the time. And this doesn't quite look right, but I could be wrong. But it looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. Alright, back to this. What? Who? Stop! Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That was sudden. There's something open. Wait, she had her candles on overnight? That's dangerous. But there are people like that. What was that? Can't be morning already. Pressing a hand to my head, I wince as pain radiates from it, piercing down my neck and into my limbs. It's only made worse by the throbbing in my hand. I stare down at my palm, the cut I had sustained the day before pulsing with some kind of stinging energy. Where's the alarm clock? Probably out of view over here. I roll to the side. Yep. Slapping my hand on the alarm to turn it off before flapping down into the warm comfort of my bed. Get up. Get up. Though sleep is inviting, I no regret not getting up and getting on with the day. Not to mention the fact I am keen to find out what happened yesterday. The memories of it like a fog at the edges of my mind I can't quite grasp. And there it was again, the neutral. Getting my gear ready for the dive ahead, my gaze lingers on the waves. The sand hisses beneath the sea, the waters pulling around my feet as they sink into the wet sand. The memories of the day before are still foggy, but I have somewhat of a clear idea of what happened. That was definitely a statue and the artifact. That much I remember for certain. The odd pictographs clear my mind now. I'll just roll with it. I furrow my brow deep as I try harder to remember, a headache starting to form at the back of my head as I did so. I was looking at ruins, I found the artifact, and then there was... No, it can't be. Can't have been? Couldn't have been sounds more natural, but yeah, close enough, I guess. I shake my head. They don't exist. With my mind whirring with possibilities and the small thought I might actually be going insane, a shadow surrounds me and I spin around with a gasp. Shadow surrounds you? Probably from behind. Oh. Yes, they do. What the? Hello, Miss No, it's probably the old one. Hello, Miss Latin. Oh no, it's you. Yep. One everyone and read a fellow archaeologist. I am sticking to this voice because I cannot do very many dude voices in the first place. Oh, he's looking at him still makes me laugh. Last time you were a real archaeologist was years ago. Look like say have you counted a seal until this time, Walton? Walton Huntley, ex-archaeologist turned treasure hunter, but always a jerk, gives his slow smirk before pulling off his expensive shades. Stealing is a strong word. I take a long breath. Having to deal with Walton is not on my list of favorite things to do. What do you want? Actually, I was looking for you. I heard about your finds in these bars. Impressive stuff. It's my hope that we can partner up in order to investigate these ruins and whatever. Ain't you really extreme, my find? My entire body tenses at his smooth offer. Is it normal for older dudes to have these on their hands? I don't know. I'm not. Maybe. For his job, perhaps, since he was originally an archaeologist. Probably. Who knows, it might be. I won't lie, the new discovery has caused quite a stir among my clients. They're rather eager to be part of this and enjoy the history that we might unearth. Enjoy the history? I try not to scoff at this clever way of meaning they wanted to buy into whatever they found. Sure, how about it? Which choice should I go with? I guess I'll go the polite way. Because it's me. Just because there's someone I don't like, he could possibly ruin my career. You never know what these kind of people will do, so that's just me. No, thank you. I'm very happy working alone. With a small stroke, he lets out a long, disappointed breath. As you wish. I used to be happy and I didn't choose the other options. He slips his glasses back up his long nose, black shades squinting in the bright sun. Though I understand whilst I remain in town if you should change your mind. Would really make quite the team, you know. And I must say it's much more valuable work with me than it gets. Just ask my competitors. If you find later. Which is why I was flying in the first place. Adurr. He gives a final smug smile before he turns and strides away. I try to suppress the shudder his words send through me, knowing I'll have to keep an eye out when he's skulking around. Attempting to put the encounter out of my mind, I focus my attention back on the inviting calmness of the ocean and what lay beneath its sides. Yeah, hang on. As the morning passes, I catalog most of the locations of the pillars, and also manage to scout around some of the harder reach areas around the ruins. And though it is all fascinating, it doesn't stop my mind from wandering to the day before. The memories are beginning to clear in my head. It was all so unreal it seems more like a vivid dream. Surely it can't have been a real merman. I shake my head and hold back a chuckle at the ridiculous thought. I really must be going mad. I'm sorry. But still, I'm sure I met someone yesterday. Oh, sorry guys, it's just a thunderstorm going on right now, and I'm very wary. No, just keep working. Just keep working. I ignore the uncertainty of the day before, instead concentrating on my work before me. The ruins are more than enough to hold my interest. Small pictographs are carved in random locations within the small stone pillars, and I try to carefully clean each one. I still have no idea what they mean, but I grow more certain with each one, and I uncover that this is Alright, let me write that down. This is indeed. Yeah, there we go. I think this is an accident that this is indeed just one extra unneutered word. Damn, indeed, an undiscovered language and culture. In the middle of cleaning a block of stone, the cut on my hand begins to sting, a weird vibration pulsing from it and tingling up my arm. I drop my tools in order to cradle my hand to my chest before glancing up, to find him right before me.